Hi, I'm Jay Goldman, and you are watching Status Update on Butterscotch.com. Today, we're going to take a look at some recent successful or innovative campaigns that have really caught people's attention. And these ones all happen to actually involve video, which is pretty cool. So if you're looking to run a campaign and you're looking for some inspiration, today's episode is for you. First up is a promo for The Last Exorcism, which was the recent film in the Exorcist series. And this one they did on Chat Roulette, and they very cleverly used Chat Roulette. So here's the basic premise. Chat Roulette is a video chat site where you go on with your webcam and you get connected to a random stranger from somewhere in the world, and you can choose to chat with them or you can hit the next button and move on. So basic premise here is you're on Chat Roulette. Up pops a chat video with Ashley Bell, who is the star of the movie. You don't necessarily recognize her. She just looks like a cute girl. And she kind of waves at you and starts, being all friendly and coy. And then she looks like she's going to start unbuttoning her shirt. Now, if you're on Chat Roulette and you've experienced the fact that there are a lot of young men on Chat Roulette who are probably quite excited about the fact that this cute girl is going to start unbuttoning her shirt. So she starts to do that. And just as they start to get into it, all of a sudden she gets possessed and scares the crap out of you. And because you don't know that this is a setup, it looks like you're actually watching somebody get possessed. They fade to black on the possession, pop up the URL of the movie, and as you recover from the fact that you just got terrified, you've already got a hint of what the movie's going to be like, and you can click directly on there and go and buy your ticket to the show. So really clever use of Chat Roulette. There's a great best of video on YouTube that shows a whole bunch of the reactions to this. We'll provide a link to that in the show notes on butterscotch.com. I really like this one because it takes full advantage of the medium. There's a high overlap between the audience for that movie and the people who are on Chat Roulette. So great matching of demographics on the network that they targeted. Costs almost nothing to produce this spot, so they basically had Ashley sit in front of a camera, ran through, I think there's 2 or 3 different clips that they have, so just did that, a little bit of post on it, so not much out of their overall marketing budget, and obviously running it on Chat Roulette is free, so they didn't have to buy the time on there. The resulting video on YouTube went viral and has over 3.5 million views, so not only did the campaign generate a whole bunch of attention, but the video itself generated a whole bunch more. All right, let's switch over to something a little more wholesome than horror movies. Sesame Street has been all over the Old Spice bandwagon lately. So first of all, Elmo did a crowdsourced interview on YouTube. They used Google Moderator to have questions submitted and voted on, which is kind of like Dig style. And you can actually use that yourself, so google.com/moderator. And they had both text questions and live video questions. So basically, people submitted questions, and then they went through and voted on them. And the best questions got answered by Elmo in a popular YouTube video. In fact, so popular that it's had over 3.8 million views. And this is sort of Old Spice-like in the same way that they recorded those personalized Old Spice videos. So you actually had a chance here to submit a question and have one of your favorite Sesame Street characters answer it for you specifically. If you've got a really popular topic or personality that you can secure as part of your campaign, this is a really interesting route to go because it gets you a lot of attention for very little investment. Dig has actually been doing a series like this called the Dig Dialogue series, and you can check it out at tv.dig.com. And they've done a whole bunch of really popular celebrities. Ozzy Osbourne's been on there, Bill Clinton, Peter Jackson, who directed the Lord of the Rings movies. So great way to do this if you've got access to a personality and you can get them to record some personalized content and put it up on YouTube. And more recently, Sesame Street has done another Old Spice take in which Grover actually recreated the Old Spice commercial in a very satirical take on it. It's actually really funny. And this one's generated over 4.2 million views for them on YouTube. So I would check it out anyway. It's actually just very entertaining. But very low cost. You know, they have to build a couple of sets. They got Grover in there. They were probably shooting with him anyway. And very high impact way, lots of impact on YouTube out of this video. So great way to do that. If you can do something that's an original take on something that has already gone viral, you can kind of ride on their coattails, and that's what they've managed to achieve here. All right, last campaign we're going to take a look at is for Tipp-Ex, which is a corrective whitening fluid, so sort of like a liquid paper, so if you want to white things out on a page. This one happens to come in a dispenser that lets you just kind of swipe it across the page, almost like you're putting down tape. And what they did was create a YouTube experience where they've actually sort of taken over YouTube. And they shot a short intro video of a hunter who doesn't want to shoot a bear, and then he actually reaches out of the frame of that video, grabs some Tipp-Ex, which is in the ad next to it, and then whites out the part in the video's title that says shoots, leaving a blank space that you can now fill in. So very clever because it actually shows you the exact use of the product and you can write on top of it. This is actually reminiscent of that famous Burger King subservient chicken campaign from way back in the day. So you can basically fill in the blank, a hunter blank a bear, and whatever verb you put in there, they've gone and recorded a whole bunch of clips that match those different verbs. And so when you type something in there and hit return, they'll actually play the relevant clip there. So you can do a hunter fights with a bear, a hunter chases a bear, all that kind of stuff. Those will actually show you pretty funny little video clips. This is a lot more expensive than the previous campaigns that we looked at because you have to shoot all of those different video clips. But if you've got a studio and some actors and you can shoot for a day, it's not that long to actually come up with all the verbs that you can put in there. And I'm sure that you can think of a few of the verbs that are definitely in there. And then they basically have one that shows whenever you put in something that they don't know, which is kind of a funny little take on a 404 page. So you can kind of catch all the rest of the ones that are there. So if you've got the capacity to do this and you've got the budget, this can be a really effective way to set something up where people will come and play with it for a long time, and they take a great delight in coming up with weird verbs to put in there that maps to videos. So 3 successful campaigns to provide a little bit of inspiration for your planning efforts. Hope that helps you make your campaigns more successful. Don't forget that if you're registering a domain name and you'd like to get 10% off, you can go to hover.com and use the promo code that you can see on the screen or in the show notes on butterscotch.com. I'm Jay Goldman. This has been Status Update. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.